The Maple Leafs have locked up another member of their core. This instant analysis brought to you by Tylenol Rapid Release Gel Caps, Rapid Release for Rapid Relief. Faizal Khamisa here with Steve Dangle. Steve, Morgan Rielly signing an 8-year extension, $60 million in total, an average of $7.5 million a deal. On the surface, Steve, when you look at the defenseman extension signed in the last offseason, this seems like a pretty good deal for the Leafs, no?
Yeah, I'm not so focused on the other defensemen, and I know that's going to be the main story coming out of this. Charlie McAvoy, Seth Jones, Zach Werenski, Darnell Nurse, everybody, basically, if you play defense and you get out of bed in the morning, getting $9 million. I think Dougie Hamilton, we can add to that too. For the Leafs fans' soul, it feels so good to not lose Morgan Rielly, who's just seems like a genuinely great human being, great leader on this team, and personally one of my favorite guys on the team. But now we don't have to spend an entire year talking about how they're going to lose them. Yeah. We don't have to repeat the JVR process. We don't have to repeat the Zach Hyman process. Yes, Jack Campbell is still an unrestricted free agent, but Morgan Rielly was always going to get way more than Jack Campbell. Jack Campbell would have to be Vezina level to even be mentioned in the $7.5 million conversation come this offseason. So for the Leafs to lock up Morgan Rielly, it eliminates that. Now the question becomes, how do they afford it going forward?
Well, Steve, how do they afford it going forward? Because now 5 players making almost 60% of their salary. We know that, ironically enough, William Nylander no longer in that big four. Remember that contract and the conversation surrounding it now. Good of a contract that looks now a conversation for another day, but people will say you can't have this much money tied up in so few players. But when the players are really good, I don't see another alternative.
Yeah, it's a strange conversation for sure. The number that haunts me the most through the Leafs Montreal Canadiens series is 19 points between William Nylander, Alexander Kerfoot, and Jason Spezza combined. You can't lose that series. You can't. Oh, and the reason they do is because the core didn't perform. Sure. I wouldn't put Morgan Rielly in that group. I actually thought he was pretty good. For me, what it becomes now, because people were talking about, I would get asked, well, who are they going to trade? Because they started the season rough. And if they lose that game to the Chicago Blackhawks a couple of days ago, well, who are they going to trade? Everyone wants to hear Mitch or Willie or one of those names. The answer is very simple. Morgan Rielly. He's a unrestricted free agent coming up. It's going to be him. Now that he's not, I think it moves on to Kerfoot and maybe others.
Steve, what does it say about Morgan himself? You know, he would have likely gotten more money. He could have likely been sought after by other high-end teams that seem to be a piece or two away from being in contention. He's been here the whole time, the longest tenured Leaf already. His contract ties him up to 2030, which seems like forever away. What do you think this says about Rielly himself, the person that he wanted to stick with this process with this team?
I think it means he's committed. He probably feels a greater ownership of this team than anyone else in the core. Really, John Tavares is a pretty recent acquisition, even though he's the captain. Matthews and Marner and Nylander, they all predate Tavares. Rielly predates them all. That guy was drafted in 2012. I know he's got a baby face, but remember Coney 2012? That's how long ago he was drafted, man. It was a lifetime ago this guy was drafted. So I think he feels an ownership to this group. And let's talk about something else, because I think this matters to guys like elite athletes. Legacy. So if Matthews goes anywhere, Marner, Nylander, if any of these guys go somewhere other than Toronto and they have success, that'll be great for them. But there will still be an element of they couldn't do it together, or they couldn't do it
in Toronto.
Couldn't do it in Toronto, or couldn't do it as the top guys. Morgan Rielly seems to be up to that challenge, and he feels an ownership for this group. And I think it's a great thing.
Listen, the team thinks it's a great thing as well. You see their reaction when the extension was announced on the ice by Sheldon Keefe. They love the guy, and Toronto fans do as well. Morgan Rielly sticking around for another 8 more seasons. Steve, thanks for your time.
Thank you.